how is your display going to look? How's your stand going to look? What colors should you use to bring out your fruits or vegetables or jarred items? Stuff like that. I mentioned earlier colors. I thought this picture was a good example. If you take your product and imagine you have a bunch of green products right next to each other. Are you going to be able to pick that out like, oh, asparagus and green beans? You know, it's not gonna be the easiest thing. So like, I like this stand because you have green products on both sides. Also, you have a contrasting color right in the middle. You have radishes, so you can't miss them. There's no way you can miss them. And then we even have some rhubarb that has tints of red, just to separate. They could put all the reds together and all the greens together. But if someone's looking for a certain product, it's going to make it that much easier to find it. Every color affects your customer in a different way. For example, black is a symbol of authority and power. So if you have a jewelry stand, usually if you've ever been to the state fair or anywhere like that, they have this nice black tablecloth or dark blue, really dark colors, so it makes your jewelry pop out even more. And then they have them hanging up right where you can see them too, so the sunlight will catch them just in the right way. White is clean and sterile, and usually for neutral backgrounds. So I wouldn't recommend a lot of white because that can be very intense on your eyes, especially if you're out in the sunshine and stuff like that. It can be very overpowering and a lot of times distracts the customer. But it's a good background color. So if you have your main primary colors that you're using and then a little bit of white in the background, it can really make your stand look clean. Ground, wholesome, and earthiness. This is what I'm talking about, like potatoes, anything that comes from the ground, that's a good color to use because it makes it feel like more earthy or more healthy even. It just gives them that feel of nature. Red is a symbol for power as well, and it's the most intense color. It stimulates a faster heartbeat. It can be kind of just more of those impulse buys. It's kind of like catches your attention, and then if you want it, then you're just more than likely to grab it. Next, please. Blue is the most powerful of colors. It's actually said to release relaxing chemicals in your mind. And this is for more if you want to relax them and stuff like that. It's also a confident color. So if you're trying to display confidence, even if you don't have it, I'm kind of wishing I were blue right now, that would be a good thing to go for. Green symbolizes nature as well. So pairing of green and browns, that's a good idea. It's calming and a refreshing color. Color of nature. It's the easiest color on your eyes. Yellow is a cheerful and sunny color, and it gets people's attention, but it's the most difficult color on the eyes. And while researching this, so I kind of found it funny because it's actually the color that people lose their temper with more, which I never really thought of because I always think of bright sunshine and happiness. But they did research where babies cry more in a yellow room, and people tend to get frustrated faster. So if you're yellow is a great color, and I'd recommend it. Just be careful of the amount you use it in. And orange stimulates emotions and appetite and demands attention. So I would also work with that. You know, if it increases your appetite, maybe they're more likely to buy. It's kind of like going in a grocery store when you're really hungry. You come out with way more than you need. So keep those colors in mind when developing your stand. And decorate. I cannot stress this enough, decorate, because if you have a bunch of jars that all look the same, people aren't going to know what's inside. You might know what's inside, but if it's just a small label that says honey or jelly or something like that, they're going to kind of be like, okay, well, what makes this different than any other kind of jelly? But these jars, I would buy these jars because they're wrapped, they have labels with, they might even have instructions or recipes on them. They have cute designs. I thought this one was kind of, these are just gummy bears, or gummy worms. They're just gummy worms, but they're in a cute jar, and they got this cute polka dot ribbon. They just says sell all over me, like, take me home with you. So they're great, and it doesn't have to be anything big, just tie a ribbon around it, and that can make a huge difference. Big labels, a little decoration about it. It doesn't have to be a huge blinking display, but just small little decorations can make a big difference as well. I figured I'd try and do a few few examples of what you could do. And vegetables, I thought of putting them in a basket with a colorful liner. Like the picture I showed you earlier with the red separate and stuff. Put them in a basket and put a green liner in there, and then put your radishes in. So that'll make them stand out and people know exactly what it is right when they see it. Item in jars, like I said earlier, tie a colorful ribbon around it, tie a card with the recipe or what you can do with the product. So a lot of times they don't know, especially vegetables, they might not know what to do with an eggplant or something. So simply just putting that out there can help a lot. In jewelry, I also said that earlier, hang them up, put dark colors on them, make them look more expensive than they maybe are, and that'll give it a whole new look to it. People want to see all your items, and that'll get their attention faster. If I'm walking through and I see a flat line of just stuff, I'm not going to be necessarily grabbed. I'm going to have to walk over there and look what it is, and then if it's something I don't like, I'll feel like I wasted my time. But if you try putting levels up, this is the maple syrup one I saw earlier. At first I was like, are they selling alcohol at the chocolate market? But it's honey and syrup and stuff like that. And then they have fruits and stuff over here and vegetables. And they actually have it tiered up. So when you're walking by, you can see these levels of products. And that helps a lot. I know it can be a lot of work to build, but it's something that'll last and it's something that'll help your stand grow and sell.